Welcome back, everybody, to the Next Move podcast.
I'm Matt.
Hi, Jennifer.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
And today, we have Jacob, the Goosehead Insurance guy.
Jacob the Goosehead guy.
Love it.
And I have no idea what his last name is, but he's helped tons of my clients.
That's all you need to remember.
So today, we're going to talk about insurance. So
We're really glad you're here, Jacob.
we
with your
are.
last name.
We're super
I'm
stoked.
excited. I love it.
It's kind of crazy. We met back in February, February at the Shine event down in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Oh,
pretty
okay.
cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where we also found out Harry is actually his insurance guy.
Crazy.
I didn't even know. It was
Harry
just like
Harry didn't know he.
Just
No, we
that's
didn't connect
hilarious.
the dots. It was like 2 years working together, and we didn't know. So
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Man, Harry's a great guy.
Harry is a great
Harry's a great guy.
He's getting a new place right now, actually, in Frisco.
Yeah,
so
he closed on it yesterday.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
let's go.
Exciting.
Yeah, and
Really
so
exciting.
and then you guys met at the VA boot camp.
Yep.
this
In
month?
Salado. Yeah.
Last
Or
month?
last month. I don't know.
Last
May. It
March,
was
I
May.
think. May or
Was it
March.
May?
Was
I don't
it
know.
May?
It's
It
been
was like a
long
few
time.
weeks ago.
No, it was April because we had to come back and record.
Oh
the
yeah, it was
video.
April. You're right.
Yeah.
It felt like a few weeks
Oh,
ago.
God, it's been
Flew by.
just flew by. It's flew by.
But yes, we met at the SWBC VA boot camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I do feel like we should only record in the mornings.
He's
You have the
very
advantage over
selfish.
Jennifer here.
Yeah,
That's your time.
I know. I'm telling you, Jacob. Yesterday, he was like this.
Uh,
Like people are talking, and he's like this. Like
I was
Matt, come back to us.
I don't. Maybe it was just because of the long weekend. I don't know.
That'll throw you with the rain
Well,
too.
yeah.
It'll mess you up.
Yeah, and it was like 2:00 in the afternoon, and you'd probably been up since like really early. 'Cause you're kind of an early guy.
Yesterday, I think I got up at like 5.
Yeah. See,
But I
that's
didn't go to bed till like midnight.
no.
Stupid buyers.
My brain thinks there's only one 5:00 in the day,
Oh yeah.
and it's not the first one.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I could operate that way.
Really? You're an early riser too?
I have a 2-year-old and 9-month-old.
well, yeah.
So my day, we're
You're
at
screwed.
6:30, 7 every morning, and then I'm down at
They
9:30,
decide your
10.
bedtime.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, my kids are grown, so it's nice. So you get to go back to living
You're on the
your
other
own
side
life.
of it now. Yeah,
Yes.
you've been through it. Yep.
Yes.
It's kind of crazy. So Jacob,
Yeah, Jacob.
tell us about yourself. Like where you're from, your background, how long you've been in insurance, and
Maybe
how
your
you-
last name?
and maybe your last name.
We'll leave
I
it a
mean-
mystery all the
I
way
mean,
through the end. How about
we,
that?
Yeah,
I
we
love
can.
that.
Yeah, we can do that too. I mean,
Yeah.
again, in my phone, it's Jacob, baller ass insurance guy with Goosehead.
There you go.
Jacob
and
Goosehead.
that's how it should
That
be.
can just be
right?
your, I
Yeah.
mean, that's how I would want to be known in somebody's phone. Jennifer,
And-
bomb ass realtor.
There you
It's
go.
it's funny because we had Jacob Stutter is one of my go-to lenders,
Yeah.
and I don't know which client you were helping. I don't know if it was Jesse. Did you help Jesse?
I did, yes.
So Jesse was like, wait, we're working with Jacob. But
Yep,
then,
I do remember that.
But then you're sending me another guy named Jacob. Is this the same guy? Or
Jacob
what? And
squared.
I was like, one's a lender, one's an insurance guy, and
Makes it easy.
It's the same way on like the home inspectors. Like I have my pest inspector whose name's Cody, and then I have my home inspector.
You have Cody with the C, Cody with a K.
Yeah,
There you go.
There you go.
exactly. So let's hear it. What do you got?
Yeah. So
Tell
I
us about
appreciate
yourself.
y'all bringing me on. So my name's
Yeah.
Jacob Neading, and I
Needing,
have
there
been...
it is. There it is.
Needing.
Needing.
Surprise. Yep.
I'm just gonna write that shit down.
And
ahead,
you're gonna love
sorry.
it too. So I have been in insurance about 5 years. I actually went straight out of Baylor University. Totally
Sick 'em, right?
sick 'em bears.
Throw
all
it in
day
there if you
long.
need to.
I have to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went straight out of college. This is honestly something I never in a million years thought I would get into.
Yeah.
I actually always love telling people when I started at Goosehead, I initially was at the career fair at Baylor just for a class credit, just wandered around. I had to get 3 interviews in to be able to get the class credit.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
all right, cool. We're just going to try out random ones. And
Mm-hmm.
I walked in a Goosehead interview and it went really well. And really at the time, all I cared about was my girlfriend and wife at the time. Or wow, wife now, girlfriend at the time, fail. She was at Baylor too, and she was going to Dallas for nursing school.
Uh-huh.
So my whole goal the first junior year and senior year was like, hey, I just got to land a job in Dallas.
Right.
The rest will kind of take care of itself.
Mhm.
And sure enough, Goosehead walked in. I was like, I don't know anything about insurance. I have never done sales before, but it's in Dallas, so let's just
Let's
do it.
try
Let's
it.
see what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
And turns out it was something I found out to be really good at. I became the top producer in the entire corporate company my first
Wow.
year. And then now I'm actually launching Neading Insurance Solutions, which is a Goosehead franchise starting July 1st.
How exciting.
Right out of Liberty Hill, Texas.
Okay.
So I'll be
Awesome.
servicing all of Central Texas and
Good
getting
for
to
you.
build my own team. So
That
thank
is
you.
awesome. So you'll
yeah.
still be under the Goosehead umbrella.
I will, yep.
So
but I'll be
same
having
products,
a franchise and
But,
everything. Yep.
oh, good for you. That's
awesome.
exciting.
Thank you. So yeah, that's kind of where my journey takes. It's just kind of a random leap of faith that turned into something that's
Yeah.
now going to
Okay.
be a career for a really long time. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
That's exciting. But July 1st is going to be here before you know it, too.
It's insane. I know. I have on my whiteboard, we're going to Florida for a family trip in 2 weeks, and then it's like, hey, we're hitting the ground
Yeah.
running. So it's
Yeah.
Get the
trying to
vacation
get
out of the way. Yeah.
Exactly. Cash it in now.
Yeah.
What's the biggest misconception people have about homeowners insurance?
Yeah, there's a lot. I think the one I ran into just last week, actually, I had a customer that when he was buying a new home in Austin, actually, he asked me, he's like, hey, Jacob, so my lender told me insurance is about $2,400, but my dad lives in Austin, pretty close to where I'm at, and he's paying $1,500. So I told him, hey, let's lower that estimate and get the payments down. And I immediately was like, whoa, 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 like, please don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, let's make sure to actually run some numbers.
Yeah.
Because what most people don't know is every home, even if you're in a different zip code down the street, rates are different no matter where you're at or who you are based
Yeah.
on so many factors. So your age, credit, insurance history, things like that could all factor. So his
it's
dad-
not just the property that you're looking at. You're
Not
looking
at all.
at the whole picture.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And even
Okay.
the property, for example, and we'll probably go into it a little later, but
Yeah.
roof age specifically is so important because
Yeah.
some home could be a brand new build. Some of them could be 10 years old.
Yeah.
Those are going to be off by $1,000+ just
Yeah.
because of how they're built. So that's a huge
Interesting.
one I run into.
That's a good one. So what does, now you brought up roofs, but what does a typical homeowner's policy cover?
Yeah, so there's a lot of different types, as you can imagine. I normally like talking about it kind of like gas, where there's like the very basic plan, which kind of covers just fire, lightning, and wind and
Yeah.
hail.
Yeah.
And then it builds all the way up to have these really comprehensive plans that cover everything. Besides, obviously, there's some exclusions like wear and tear and old age, things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it really is important to know kind of the different levels there are because the base plans don't cover certain things like water damage, but others do. And then a lot of the standard policies, though, do cover like fire, theft, wind and hail, those type of things, tornadoes, which unfortunately,
Unfortunately.
that's a temple nightmare that came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, so it normally covers a lot of the big perils that you hear about, but there are some small ones that tend to fall through the cracks if you're not really educated on it.
Okay.
So,
And so that's covering like basically from the roof through the house.
And
Right.
even beyond that. So it
Okay.
also, not only does it cover the building, some policies too cover what's the other structures. So everything
Okay.
outside of it. So
Okay.
if you have some people with a nice lot of lands that have, sheds or storage
Yeah.
units, there's coverage for those items. And then even beyond that, hopefully nobody ever has to use these, but
Yeah.
there's built-in liability protection as well. So
So if somebody falls on your property or something.
Mhm.
Okay.
Exactly,
Okay.
which, as you can imagine, those costs they can skyrocket
Yeah.
really, really quick. So
Yeah.
there's extra things just go above and beyond the just basic home that's actually included on there.
So what's not typically covered? What's something that people think maybe is covered, but most policies don't cover that?
Yeah. Well, do y'all remember that huge freeze that hit about
Yes.
5 years ago?
Yeah.
How could we forget?
How? Yes.
Cold.
It was.
I hate the cold.
What do we call it? Snowvid? Is that what
Snowvid,
everybody
yeah.
called it? Yeah.
Snowmageddon.
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 It felt like a
that's-
wasteland.
It
It
really
really
did.
did. Like it
really
was the
did.
wild, wild west out here for
And
a few
I lived
days.
at like the old house at the lake, and it
Yeah.
was just all that wind coming right
Yeah.
off.
Just
like,
like
it
you
was
couldn't even
horrible.
go step outside the door.
No.
It was just- no.
No.
It was insane. I mean,
Yeah,
I
it was
remember people
insane.
having snowball fights in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
I'm like, what
Yeah.
are we doing? Where
Yeah.
are we? Like,
Yeah,
this is
where
not
did we
Texas
go?
at all. Yeah.
It was like at my old house. It was a slow slope all the way down to the loop, and so trying to get all the
Oh,
way
yeah.
back up.
Yeah.
We were stuck for like 4 days, 4 or 5 days.
Oh my gosh. And did you have
Jeez.
electricity?
We did have electricity.
See, we did too. We never lost electricity
We-
either.
Good.
Yeah.
I found out later it's because we're on the same grid as the water treatment plant.
Good for you.
yeah.
You're welcome. I sold you
plans
that
you
house.
sold me that
I
house.
sold you that house, and you
s-
are welcome, Matthew.
you
I
are-
was looking out for y'all.
I'm so thankful for you.
She knew.
Because if not, I would have froze. I would have been like, I'm done.
yeah.
I'm done.
You're like, I've been to war, but this is worse.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
live like this.
Fuck this, we're going to the Keys. I'll deal with a hurricane over the snow any day.
Oh,
Okay,
gosh.
sorry, Jacob.
No,
We got
it's true.
a lot of trauma to work through
I can
there.
only imagine. Yeah.
So tell us so something that's not typically covered.
So one of the things that I learned really, really quickly going through that time, and a lot of insurance companies, there's these new line of carriers that are coming through called surplus line carriers, and they're not as heavily regulated as some of the standard markets, like the Allstates and Geicos. And the reason that's an issue is because some of them don't include water coverage for things like pipe bursting and discharge
Oh,
of water,
wow.
which that month I heard horror stories of people paying thousands of dollars because their
Yeah.
pipes bursted
Yeah.
or they had a huge leak. So
Absolutely.
just knowing that, that's one of the huge things that, like, especially after seeing that storm firsthand that most of us lived through in Central
Yeah.
Texas, it's something that's really important to know that sometimes it's not included. So just make sure to always ask because you never
Okay.
want that coming out of
No,
pocket.
you never
That is
want that
brutal.
surprise when you're already
No.
freezing to death.
Exactly. And then even too, sometimes they have protection in there to where you can stay with, they provide coverage for what's loss of use. So that just means it gives you additional living expenses to
Yeah.
live somewhere else while the home's being repaired.
Yeah.
If you don't have those limits high either, most times you're crashing on the floor with friends and family and
Yeah.
in the
that sounds
cold too.
terrible.
That's never fun when you're
No.
not in your own house. So no AC
No.
working. All
That sounds
So-
horrible.
Disgusting across the board.
And there were no snacks to be had. I
No
just want y'all to know
snacks.
that there were no snacks.
No snacks. It was what was even crazier about it was what was it the second Harker Heights office. That's when those pipes
the
busted
ceiling caved
Yeah.
in there because the water heater was up in the attic, and
Oh,
so nobody was
no.
there, and
too. Yeah.
yeah, it completely ruined. It was crazy.
I mean, that, especially when it's in a commercial building like that
Yeah.
too, that just messes up
It was
everything.
It was crazy. So we were displaced for like 8 months
Yeah.
trying to get back in there after that. Yeah, it was a wild time.
It was nuts. And then we moved back into it, and then like 3 months later, we were at the Temple office, you and I.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were like,
so,
see y'all, this
yeah.
was fun.
Deuces, bitches.
That's crazy.
So what's the difference between replacement cost and market value?
Yeah, so this is huge. So
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Especially writing. So I do a lot of business in Austin, so
Yeah.
downtown Austin, and I get this question all the time because there's these homes that are going for, 1.5 million,
Crazy
2 million
amounts, yeah.
plus. But the big misconception is that in terms of insurance, we only care about the rebuild value or replacement cost, which that just takes out the land value completely because you can't insure land.
Right.
So what we look at is that same home being in downtown Austin, it may be listed for 1.52. You move that house to El Paso, the house may be closer to 700, 800,000, which
Yeah.
not to knock the house and that's
Right.
not good quality, but market value is so important just because of location,
Yeah.
demand, and things of that nature that insurance can't justify replacing that because it's not a tangible
Yeah.
factor that can be replaced. So
Understood.
that's the huge thing. So sometimes if you're buying a home, it's $1 million home and your insurance agent's giving you a quote for $700,000 in coverage, just maybe ask them and just try to get a better understanding of that. But it's not them trying to underinsure you. Most times it's just
Yeah.
them properly doing the full replacement value.
Yeah.
So you're not paying for coverage you don't need.
Well,
Or
I
just
feel like
don't
we
get.
educate buyers all the time of, the price of the house is driven by the price of the dirt.
Mhm.
So it goes along with what you're saying. We try to educate buyers on that. We're trying to help you, I
Yeah.
promise with that.
No, I
but
appreciate it.
but yeah, that's an important point that the where it's located is going to drive the price because we talk about all the time the houses in Temple are a little bit more expensive than houses in Killeen because
Yeah.
of just the difference in the cost of the land. So
Exactly.
yeah, totally understand that. So how do deductibles work,
Mm-hmm.
and why do they seem like they always go up?
It's a great question. So I'll
If
answer
you can
both
solve that mystery for us, that would be great.
Yeah, I got you. So there's two parts to it. So first off, how deductibles work, that's just how much you have to come out of pocket first before insurance does a thing. So what insurance companies are doing and why a lot of y'all have probably seen rates go up throughout Texas is because of all the claims that have been happening from these storms.
Yeah.
The insurance companies are losing money on them. I know it seems like that's not the case, but think about it. If you're paying $2,000 to $3,000 a year on home insurance, they're paying out $100,000 because of a pipe burst. They're losing money on that transaction. So what they normally try doing and what they're doing to stay profitable is they're raising deductibles so that the insured puts a little more money out of their own pocket before the insurance company kicks in. So
Gotcha.
part of that, and the big issue too in Texas, roof replacements are easily the most common claim I see throughout Texas, and roofs are expensive. So
Very
very,
expensive.
very. If y'all haven't
Yeah.
gone through roof replacement, it is it's not fun. It's
It-
not.
it's
a fun
really
surprise.
not. It's really
brutal.
not. Even in good circumstances, it's not fun.
Exactly.
It's a lengthy process
Yep.
sometimes. Yeah.
It is, and even beyond that too. So with the, totally blanking here. So with the deductibles, normally after you pay the base deductible, that's when the insurance company kick in. So what they're doing now across Texas, there's really only, I know, maybe 2 insurance companies now that write with 1% wind and hail deductibles, which that just means 1% of the replacement value. So $500,000 house, you have a $5,000 deductible. Insurance companies now are pretty much mandating 2% wind and hail deductibles just to help make up their losses on these roof replacements. Because if they're paying, an extra $5,000 per roof replacement they're
Yeah.
seeing, they're losing quite a bit of money. So they're doing that for 2 reasons. One of them to help them stay profitable, but also, in my opinion, to help insureds not proactively keep making claims when they really shouldn't. Sometimes it's not really in their best interest.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I always say too, my father-in-law, poor guy, we were talking about this before I was his agent too. We had a hailstorm in Round Rock that hit really bad, almost back-to-back years. And he got 2 roof replacements in 3 years.
Oh my gosh.
Which, if I was there, I'd be like, please don't do that. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
Just because not only is his rate's going to shoot up significantly in the future, but
Yeah.
I mean, he still dropped a lot of money on his
Yeah.
deductible to get it
Yeah.
replaced, only for, a roof that's advertised for 30 years. That thing lasted under a year.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy. So it's really important to make sure to use those claims wisely too, and you're not just proactively
Yeah.
jumping ship at the first, maybe
I mean,
dent
use
you
them if
see.
you need to.
Exactly,
But if
correct.
it's something that can wait, maybe don't. Is
100%.
that okay?
Mhm.
Okay.
And you'll see it's hard too, especially when roofers are trying to, when there's hail damage. Yes, there are situations where there are dents and things like that, but sometimes it may be like, hey, let's wait a little longer. It's not, really messing with anything.
Or maybe just replacing a
Structurally
couple
or-
of shingles instead of like the
Exactly.
whole
The
tearing
whole-
everything
yeah.
off. Yeah.
Correct.
So, what do you think surprises the buyers most when they see one of your quotes?
Good question. I think the big thing, replacement cost is the big thing. I
Yeah.
think there's just a big confusion. I mean, it would make sense if I'm buying a house for the first time for $500,000 and the rebuild replacement cost is coming in at $700,000 or $300,000. That is super confusing. So that's normally the first thing I address, and then deductibles too are really the big thing. It's
Yeah.
just saying like, hey, what's this percentage mean?
Yeah.
Because most times when people see quotes, it just says your deductible is 1%, and they're like 1% of what?
Of what?
I mean, like 1% of whatever I want,
Yeah.
or 1% of the claim. Like it's really confusing, and so that's why it's important just immediately to say, hey, here's an exact dollar amount. Like make sure to have this much set aside, so on
Yeah.
a really really bad day, you're not getting a loan for $5,000. You can
Yeah.
actually have money set aside.
Yeah.
But you can actually have a good ballpark figure to know what you actually have to plan for if something was to happen.
That's good advice.
So
That's good advice. Matt?
What weather-related claims are most common in Texas? Probably hail, maybe wind.
yeah, wind and hail is huge, and of course we're in Texas, so you get a random tornado, you get a
Yeah.
flood, you get
Yeah,
all kinds
flash
of
flooding.
flash flooding.
Yeah.
We saw it last night. I don't know
Yeah.
if y'all got hit by that, but
Yeah, that was crazy.
it is
Came out of
insane.
nowhere, kind of. Yeah.
So
I was actually sitting in the hot tub last night when it kicked off, and I was like, "This is glorious."
I bet it was a good view from there.
I bet that felt nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Just the nice
Yeah.
rain on your back while you're relaxing.
Was that like a
free
humble
massage.
brag?
Yeah.
Was that a little bit
flex.
of a humble brag, a little bit? A tiny bit?
It's under like a, what would you call it? A pavilion. My
Yeah.
hot tub's under a pavilion.
Okay, nice.
So it's just like rainwater hitting metal roof, but
Yeah.
then the lightning strikes. That's the
Ooh,
cool part.
Yeah, on
Yep.
the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People, that's underrated too. The sound of rain on a metal roof.
Oh,
Yeah.
That
yeah.
is probably top
Yeah.
sound of all time.
Absolutely.
Just out there
Absolutely.
listening to a sci-fi book and just relaxing.
You're a weirdo.
There
It's
you
great.
You're such a weirdo.
You didn't strike me as
You
a
lost
sci-fi
me.
guy
Yeah,
either.
you lost me at sci-fi.
How important are roofs and when it comes to the insurance policy?
Yeah, so they are a huge, not only a discount, if your roof is under 5 years old, I mean, you're pretty much hitting the jackpot in terms of
Yeah.
insurance premiums just because of how much of a discount that is. So that's the first thing with it, but also for, especially with your buyers when they're purchasing a home, it gives a lot of leverage to them too.
Yeah.
If you say like,
Yeah.
hey, this roof's pretty beat up, like maybe the seller can come in and help make some repairs before you actually close on it or whatever
Yeah.
it may be, because not only does that save them, probably 10, 20% of the premium, but down the road, I mean, you're saving them from dropping 10 to 20 grand on a deductible to pay a new roof, or even if they go out of pocket, they're paying that all themselves. So that's a huge thing to
Now,
consider.
This may actually be one of these other questions.
Hit me with it. You're good.
But
We're winging it
I've
today.
had prior to meeting you, I've had clients come back and be like, "Hey, they're not going to insure the roof because it's over 10 years old, even though it's a 30-year shingle." Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah.
Why, Jacob?
Why, Jacob?
It's tricky. So it depends. I mean, most situations, in those situations, for example, some insurance companies are very, very picky about how old roofs are, just because that means there's a high chance of them having to pay out of pocket to replace it. So in those cases, first off, that's where the agent's responsibility is so important, and why being a broker is so valuable, because I'm not limited to one product. So if, for example, I see, hey, Allstate's giving us a great rate, but man, they have a tendency of coming out with 10-year-old roofs and saying, we want you to replace this first, then I have the flexibility of being like, hey, this may be worth going to, Mercury for $10 extra a month, but you have the peace of mind you're not going to get canceled a month in after you close on your house, which isn't fun for anybody. So
I've ran across that a couple times too. So.
Yep. And to layer onto that too, Matt, I mean, the big way to avoid that, in my opinion, too, is to make sure to get the house inspection sent to your agent as soon as possible. I know sometimes you're shopping for insurance before the inspection's done, but most times just having me be able to take a look at the roof and be like, oh, there's nothing that I'd see as a big concern. Yeah. That alone can save you a headache, and all you did was send your agent an email, and they can give you a little bit of a peace of mind there. So that's a really big thing too.
Are older homes harder or more expensive to insure?
I wouldn't say harder to insure, but there's definitely a difference in value compared to like a newer build home to an older home. And a lot of it goes down to the risk of it. I mean, older homes, the chance of there being a claim are way higher. Yeah. Just because it's older, it's been through life, it's had some, the chances of a pipe bursting are higher because it's probably not in as good condition. But unfortunately, I've also seen new builds just be a nightmare too sometimes. They're just not done correctly, and so
flashing is always the problem, isn't it, Matthew? Flashing.
I just had flashing is horrible.
Flashing comes up on every inspection report I think I've seen in 20 years. There's something about flashing on there.
Yeah. Granule loss is the other one I see a lot of. There's a lot of granule loss here. I'm like, where? It's not shiny. It's not twinkling at me in the sun, dude.
And that's hard too. It's always up to their opinion too. I mean, you'll see some roofer and inspector go out there and they're like, no, there's nothing wrong here. And then
my favorite is when the adjuster and the inspector get into an argument.
On the roof.
That's the best thing ever. It's just fun to just like eat your popcorn and watch. Who's going to win?
After the tornado in 24, I had, was it Denali Roofing? Shout out to Denali Roofing in Killeen. He was like on the roof. And the adjuster was trying to like shortchange me. And he was like, nah, man, you're missing this over here too. Like, and this over here, and all of this over here. And the adjuster was like, I don't see what you're talking about.
Oh, my God. See, that would be good content for one of y'all's podcast episodes. Just get a roofer up here, put two pictures next to each other, and just say, hey.
Let them go at it.
Let them go at it. You can even mess with them and put the same picture on both so they don't know, but they're still fighting over it.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
That's hilarious.
What home features help lower premiums?
Yeah, so water shutoff valves are a really big one, especially on older homes, especially if they have, older PVC piping or plumbing, things of that nature. Just because of how, with the freezing, pipe bursting was the biggest type of claim in that thing because the pipes were just not in good condition and the water wasn't able to be shut off fast enough. So being able to have one of those automatic valves that just shut it down immediately when it detects a leak, that can save you thousands of dollars. So I'm a very big advocate for those for sure.
Okay. So water shut off.
Water shut off. And then I think I also, too, am always a big believer in doing just basic upgrades to the home, too. Okay. I think to increase not only for resale value down the road, but being able to make sure everything's in good condition. So updating plumbing when you can, making sure all your water heaters are up to date and all those items are in there. Because those are things that, unfortunately, most times they'll just break because of old age. So I normally think that making sure those are in at least, 5 to 10 years or less normally is a really good position to be in to prevent any significant damage from happening if something was to happen.
Okay.
So
I just replaced a water heater. It was depressing.
Was it depressing?
It was depressing.
I think we had that conversation.
But it
That's
was
not
in
a
my
fun
garage.
expense either.
It was in my garage, so it could have been so much worse, right?
Okay,
Because the
there you go.
water. In fact, the exterminator was just doing his like quarterly spray, and he called me and he's like, "Hey, you have water running out of your water heater," and I was like, "No!" So yeah,
Brutal.
I think we were supposed to do something that day, and you're like, I can't do this.
I can't do that. I currently have something
Or
going on
maybe
in my
it was
home.
like, I'm gonna be late. Like, I don't know how late, but I gotta go to my house. I'm
Yeah.
like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And you're like, my why?
But the water
Oh.
heater that was in, so we've only owned our house for 6 years, and that water heater that was in there was 20 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. So we got our money's worth, right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the normal lifespan on those? Probably
I don't know.
not much more than that.
I
Probably
wouldn't
20,
think so.
25
I
years,
have
I
no
bet.
idea. I know
I wouldn't think
HVAC
so.
systems like 20 years is kind of typical, but then like
I just got a new one of those too.
if you
Oh, man. You did all the
I
fun
got
stuff.
all the things.
Oh,
if
that's
you do
brutal.
like the biannual maintenance and do all the things with it, those things can last up to 30.
That's crazy.
From Andrew, I don't know who Andrew works for anymore, but yeah, that's what Andrew told me. Yeah.
Okay. Good old Andrew.
There you
Yeah,
go.
because he was like, man, this HVAC seems like it's seen better days. And then he was like, as long as you keep doing this, bro, this is gonna last another 10 years, and that thing is heinous.
Yeah.
It's an
You'd be surprised.
eyesore.
Sometimes
It's
the
an
little ones
eyesore
will-
for sure, but it still pumps
Hey,
like
if
nobody's
it's working,
business.
leave it alone.
I was about to say, that's not something that you want to,
No.
don't really care how it looks. Just get the job
No,
done and
that's
survive.
right.
Exactly.
That is right.
That's awesome.
On to you, boss lady.
All right. So when should buyers start shopping for home insurance in the process?
It's a good one. So Matt mentioned on it in the last episode too that most times I always recommend throwing it on. I was doing my
Nice-
research. You
nice
like that?
job.
I
Yeah,
got
yeah.
it. You gave me the shout out too, so shout out to Matt. Love that. So yeah, I always recommend when you have a house you're really really interested in and putting an offer on, just send it to me for preliminary estimates, just so you can see a ballpark. Because it could obviously change, but just knowing kind of a range to what you can afford helps not only yourself.
Yeah, I mean that's a
your
big
budget.
part of the payment. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah,
That could be an extra, it could throw an extra $100 in a month that you weren't expecting. So
Right.
really important there. And even too, if your house is in a flood zone, I mean, that alone, there's probably some horror stories. I can see it in y'all's faces. Flood zone's a nightmare already.
Yeah.
But
Well, I think the biggest problem for us is just we don't know who has the accurate information on that. So it is truly just getting them with an insurance
Yeah.
agent to figure out, because we have no idea where to get the actual information on whether or not it's in a flood zone.
And that's something we do too. So if y'all ever need flood reports, we do, where we just basically have a system that pulls up an address and can give us a formal FEMA report showing what zone it's in, which
Okay.
Like yes or no, you need it or you don't.
correct.
Oh,
yeah. So
that's
just
amazing.
a simple lender
All the
requirement.
realtors out there,
I know.
that's your guy.
Hit me up. You know it. Yep. But yeah, so that's a big thing. And then totally blanking on the other half of that question. What was it again? You said we're talking about flood. Oh, when should I go? When should you?
Yeah,
What?
when should they start
I'm all, I
shopping?
was like,
Wait,
now
is
you didn't
it
even ask
on?
it. What am I doing? My
Is
bad.
it on me?
So okay, so they should
Testing you
start
there.
the sooner
Yeah.
the better on starting to shop for it, right?
Sooner the better.
So
yep.
what do they need to have when they call you? What information? Just an address?
So yeah, normally address, date of birth, and prior address is a really big one, just
Okay.
because we need to be able to pull insurance scores. So
Okay.
that's like claim history, things of that nature. But normally, if you have a house that you're under contract on, that's a great time to shop for rates.
Yeah.
And what I always tell people too is if we find an option that you really, really like, you can actually set it up pretty much any time in that initial process and at least have the rate locked. But so that's a little bit of a flexibility too, is you can at least have it locked in and ready for when you get closer to closing. So
Yeah.
that way you're at least checking things off your list.
Sure.
But I always tell people as well that it's really important to do it on the earlier side, especially probably pre-inspection. So that way you can have a good idea of what your budget is, because the lenders, they're trying to close you as quick as possible.
Right.
So the sooner you can get actual estimates there, the better. But other than that, I also recommend bringing a copy of your just car insurance policy too. Most times, I know people can be very loyal to who they have for car, and that's great, and there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes too, when you're moving properties, the zip code is changing on your car insurance, which means it's re-rating. So most times, it's really important to explore the whole portfolio, because that opens you up to more carrier options with more comprehensive coverage. But it also could find you some extra savings, because
Interesting. I didn't
if
think
you're
about that.
yeah, if you're buying a new home and you're already throwing on an extra, $2,000 to $3,000 a month in a mortgage payment, never hurts to have your car insurance payment drop $100 a month,
Yeah, for
$200
sure.
a month.
Okay.
So that's always something I like
That's good
exploring
advice.
too, just because
So bundle it.
Yeah.
bundle,
The
yeah.
bundle.
Yeah, and even if not too, I've had some situations where somebody will be referred to me for home insurance on their new home, and I'm like, hey, you got a killer rate with USAA or
Yeah.
Allstate,
Yeah.
and I'm like, hey, go with them for this, but hey, I can save you $100 a month on your auto insurance too, to where I can still find ways to add value to them and help them at least
Yeah.
save some money in the transaction.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
'cause that helps everybody when we can save some money.
So when they do call you and you run these reports, they're called clue reports, right? That's like a past claim on the property.
Exactly.
Right?
Correct.
Can you share that with the person that's buying the property?
I sure can. So yeah,
Okay.
pretty much what I always recommend too, and I love doing with my real estate agents, is we can run these clue reports where pretty much show over the last 5 years what type of claims have happened.
Right.
And I've seen these save tons of deals
Yeah.
because if you know on the front end that, hey, this house has had 4 pipe bursts in the last 3 years, or oh man, they've replaced their roof twice in the last 3 years. As the buyer, you can be like, ooh, maybe this is
Yeah.
something I need to either, use as leverage when you're negotiating on, what they can repair, but also it helps like, ooh, maybe this house is probably something I should think about or see if there's another one that's a better fit. So
Why isn't this in the seller's disclosure?
Yeah,
Exactly.
because there is a
Catch 'em.
place for it
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
seller's disclosure, and a lot of times it gets answered maybe not correctly.
Uh-huh.
What
So
is-
I just didn't know if you could share that. I didn't know
You
if
totally
they didn't
can.
actually own it. If that is something that you can give out to people.
I totally can. So I
Okay.
have real estate agents that reach out to me all the time and say, hey, I have a borrower that's looking at this address in Temple. Like, hey, can you just run a clue report to see what the damage is? And
Yeah.
I send it over to both of them and say, hey, looks like this house is clean. You're good to roll.
Yeah.
Nothing really concerning. And then other
Yeah.
times I'm like, they
Whoa.
spent $100,000 on a fire 6 months ago.
Oh,
like, may
gosh.
want to check in on that.
Yeah.
Does
You know,
clue stand for something, or is it just
And
a
it's
random-
CLOO.
it's CLUE.
Oh, it is? I thought
Uh-huh.
it was OO for some reason. Okay. Okay.
And that's a great question. It probably does, but I just call it a clue report.
I just think
roll the
like clue,
punches.
like
I've
it's the
actually-
clue. Like, that's what I think
hunting
of.
for-
yeah,
yeah.
like you got your magnifying glass.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty much what I think too. I think Clue kind
Like
of
a
solid
detective
Scooby-Doo
work.
mystery over there.
Yeah.
That's a great question. I didn't even look into that because I
Yeah.
just always referred to it as a clue and
I
never
always
asked
thought it
any
was spelled
questions.
different too. I don't know why I thought that, but probably somebody misspelled it at one point, and I was like, "Oh, that's how you spell it."
Yeah, right.
So how do those claims affect future rates?
Yeah, so there's 2 parts to it. I mean, first off, I've seen a lot of people, and this is a huge thing that can save anybody watching a lot of money, is when you call your insurance company to make a claim, always make sure to talk to your agent first just to see if it's a good idea. Because there are these things called $0 claim payouts, which are a nightmare for insurance agents and for customers.
I was gonna say that sounds like a nightmare for the customer
It's
too.
horrible. So yeah, if a customer, for example, has their roofer says, hey, you got some really bad roof damage. And they're like, okay, cool. Let me call, Progressive and start my roof claim.
Yeah.
Progressive goes out and be like, hey, your deductible is $10,000. This is $2,000 worth of damage. You're paying this all out of pocket.
Because now you know about it.
Exactly.
Now you know there's an issue.
And
I
the insurance
gotcha.
company puts that as a claim on your record to where if you go and apply for new insurance, that is a hit that will increase your premium because you have, or most likely will increase your premium for having a claim on your record. So it's really important to use it wisely because I've
Yeah.
had some customers that got denied coverage or had a hard time getting insurance because they've had 3 mini claims over the last 5 years
Oh wow.
and they're stuck not getting good insurance because they just simply weren't really educated on when to file. So
Ugh, that sounds
that's
terrible.
the huge thing. So yeah,
Yeah.
just make sure to be
great
that's why you
advice,
need to have somebody who's a direct contact to be able to get advice from because
Yeah.
when you're filing those claims, I mean, the last thing you want to do is hurt yourself in the future because
Yeah.
sadly it can put you in a sticky situation if you're not careful.
Well, and then if you sell, the buyer sees a clue report and it's like claim after claim after claim after claim.
Exactly. Makes it
Yeah.
hard to want to buy the
Makes-
house.
Yeah, for sure. That's great advice, actually. So, what's one thing homeowners should review every year but usually don't?
Yeah, so the big thing is always try getting with your agent to do just basic dwelling coverage assessments. So
Okay.
the big thing is most insurance companies have a little buffer on your dwelling coverage where each year they'll bump it up, say 5%, maybe 10 if you're lucky most cases. But if you're like me, like my wife and I did a full kitchen remodel and that probably added $20,000, $30,000 of value alone. If I didn't tell my insurance agent about it and my house burned down, I mean, there's a chance my whole value wouldn't be covered up to
Yeah.
the value it is currently. So
Okay.
every year, if you do an extension, like I know some people like adding square footage to their property or adding an extra room or remodeling, really important to disclose that to your agent, just because that can help make sure you're adequately covered.
Or
in
like
the
a
case of
pool.
A pool, exactly. That, I mean, that alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to make sure that that price thing, if there's any damage to it, it's covered, and yeah, you're properly
Yeah.
protected there, because that is a huge one we see a lot of.
And do some policies require, like if there is a pool added, is there like a liability coverage that has to come with that? Because
Yes.
it's an open thing of water in the backyard that anybody could access, basically?
Exactly. Yeah. So there are some that you just want to disclose it to, because
Yeah.
there's things like if it's not fenced, or if it has a diving board or a slide.
Yeah.
You want to make sure your insurance company is aware of it, because
Yeah.
sometimes they don't even accept those risks, and that may be where you want to move to a different company.
Gotcha.
Because if you add a pool that has a really, really awesome slide, and the insurance company doesn't accept pools with slides, and somebody gets hurt on that slide,
It's coming out of your pocket.
coming out of your pocket, you most likely won't be covered in those situations.
Yikes.
So
Jeez.
that's why it's important not to scare anybody, but I
No,
mean, when you
it's
get
good
those big
information.
improvements, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
make sure to disclose it and make sure you're properly protected.
Protect
So-
your investment.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Because yeah, I would argue it's as fun as it is to have a pool. It's also a really big investment
Yeah.
that you want to make sure to protect.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great advice.
That's on my dream list too, is to throw a pool in our house. I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
who wouldn't want one, but it's the maintenance on it sucks. But
Yeah,
It's
it is-
overrated.
Pools are weird. Pools, people either love them or they hate them. There's
Yeah.
no like
Yeah.
in the middle of the road
Yeah.
person on a pool.
Yeah.
They either want it or they don't want anything to do with it.
see
You
the
had a
secrets.
pool at your last house. What did you
did.
think about it?
I mean, I loved it. I did not love having junior high and early high school age
Yeah.
boys
Yeah.
when I had it
brutal. Yeah.
because close your ears, insurance people. But I came home one day and they were jumping off my roof into the pool
Oh my god.
with their friends.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
So I have a pool right now, and
See, that's what you're about to come
Yeah.
home to.
I mean that's what I'm dealing. Well, not off the roof right now, but man, they're those little soccer players
Yeah.
out there just. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. They're very brave.
Yeah, they are. They are. Ugh.
The secret I've learned is you got to have family members that have a pool. That's the best. I
Yeah,
mean, that's where you don't have to
absolutely.
worry about anything.
Yeah.
You just go over
Absolutely.
whenever you want and crash
I'll
on
bring
it.
all
so-
the snacks, all the things.
Exactly.
Just have the pool at your house.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's where we're at in life.
Yeah.
That's a good place
We're,
to be.
we're the house.
You're the cool house.
That's brutal. Yeah.
I mean, it's great. It is great, but it is.
Yeah, it's
got it
like,
up and down.
why are we yelling? Why are we screaming?
It's like, how do I lock my own children out of the pool?
Yeah.
That's the biggest question.
Oh gosh, yeah. I know I'm not there yet. My 2-year-old, and 9-month-old, they're the ones that I'm having to be in the pool with them constantly. So
Yeah.
I dread the day where I'm just inside and I just hear screaming and just you never know what they're
Yeah.
jumping off of and diving into. So
Yeah.
fun things to look forward to, I guess,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Or not.
Yeah. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
What?
Chugging.
What does the claims process look like?
Yeah, it's different for a lot of different things. So
Okay.
normally the main thing I always tell people is the first thing you want to do is stop all the damage as much as possible. Try just preventing it from continuing.
Like
Okay.
turn the water
Like
off.
turn the
Turn the
water
water
off, please. Or if you have a fire, please try calling somebody to help put it out. Like don't just run away and
Yeah.
hope somebody else does it.
Walk into the yard with a big stick and say, "You shall not pass to the tornado."
Yes.
You can try.
Please. Yes.
I mean, it worked for
So
Gandalf.
mitigate the damage. Is that what you're telling us? Mitigate the damage.
Yes,
Okay.
mitigate the damage. That's the first thing, and then just document everything. I mean, if
Okay.
you go ahead and do any cosmetic things just before the claim even starts,
Yeah.
like if you have a fire, make sure to document that you bought, extra fire extinguishers and things like that. Just so when after that process, the appraiser will go in, assess the damage. You can have those documented receipts to add that to your claim payout.
Okay.
So that's the first big thing is just document.
Yeah.
And then once the claim's actually rolling, the insurance company will basically send out their person to assess the damage,
Okay.
kind of give you an idea of what you're looking at and timeline for repairs, preferred vendors, things of that nature. And then hopefully, depending on the damage, it's
Yeah.
something that once it's repaired, they just send you the receipts or refund or the payment for what you paid after your deductible, and you're hopefully off to the races
Yeah.
again to hopefully never have that happen again. So
I'm pretty sure after the tornado, I was the very first person to file a claim. in the whole city of Temple. Because it wasn't even finished going through the city.
You're in
And
the
I
middle
was
of the-
like,
yeah.
nope, they got my fence, they got my roof. I did it because I wanted to not have to wait.
Yeah.
I wanted
Yeah.
to be first in line. So I'm telling you, I did it that hour.
Yeah.
I think for me, I think I did mine like 4 or 5 days later.
Yeah.
And that was because, I didn't have really good service because the power was out at the
Yeah.
house. And then I had that client that just bought the house like 2 weeks
Yes.
before that was on vacation.
Yes,
That I had
I
to
remember.
call. And then like the next day it was like, I wouldn't say all hands, but like there was a vast majority of us. The house wasn't leaking. It was fine. And we went and helped neighbors. And
That's what we did
people in the
too.
community.
We didn't have electricity anyway, so we
Yeah,
might as well go
so,
help somebody
yeah.
else.
Yeah, exactly. Put up some little cots on the floor, let everybody
Yeah,
crash there
I
for a
mean,
little
pretty
bit,
much.
then the
Thank
power-
God
yeah.
we had a generator that would keep the AC going, or we would have died. It was
I
so
think
hot.
it was, we had power like the next day.
We
but,
were out for a week. We didn't lose it at
Holy
all
cow.
during Snowvid, and then tornado. We didn't have power for a week.
Yeah,
It was wild.
I think it was back on like the next day, but man, it was bad.
It was
real
bad.
bad.
That's
So-
brutal. And those are the things too. I mean, it is good, especially when it impacts an entire region. I mean, you do
Yeah.
want to be one of the first people to get
Yeah.
out there because
No.
Yeah.
you don't want to be waiting 6
I'm
months.
telling you,
to
I
a
was like,
year
I have
for-
hail damage on my car. My fence is gone, and my roof is messed up. It has to be. So I'm
It
just
was,
gonna file it.
I think I had to drive around for like 2 weeks because my windshield was I did do that like the next day because it was just.
Yeah.
I did have to drive around for a week or 2
Yeah.
weeks with the damage.
I mean, I
windshield.
went a long time
man.
with hail damage on my car before I actually
Yeah.
went and because the day after the tornado, my son got sideswiped on 35 in Austin, so I had that to deal with.
Oh, no.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got hit by a hit and run driver in Austin, so we had that on top of tornado. It's like I just need a break.
Yeah.
Just one
Yeah.
little tiny break would be great.
What a nightmare.
Yeah, it was
That's
a crazy
brutal.
time. Crazy time.
I mean, honestly, I asked the one question, but he answered all the.
I know.
Oh, wow, look at
he's,
that.
He's
No
moving
preparation.
fast.
We're just ready.
So we're gonna go to the lightning round.
Beautiful.
lightning
Insurance
round.
Bring
edition.
it. Woo. Okay.
First thing that pops in your head, don't overthink it.
Beautiful.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Biggest insurance myth.
Oh, the one I said earlier about just assuming that your price is going to be the same as your neighbor's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big one.
Okay.
Most common claim.
Roof replacements.
Okay. New roof or swimming pool? Ooh.
As an agent, I have to say new roof, but selfishly, get that pool.
You want that
you only live
pool.
once. You got to get the pool, right? You got to do it.
So you have heathen children, right?
I was about to say, enjoy it while it's just you. And
Why are you getting in the pool with a cupcake? You know better. Get the hell out.
So your
Like,
kids or you, Matt? I mean,
That was-
it's-
Well,
I don't
that's a
know.
fair question.
that's a fair-
Okay.
So,
that's fair.
Uh,
Now, if it was
or-
like a piece of pizza
pizza all day long.
or a breakfast
Pizza
taco,
grease.
Ooh,
a good breakfast
a
taco.
good breakfast taco.
dangerous.
It's
Swimming in
very
bacon.
dangerous.
That's yeah.
Okay. Funniest claim story?
Oh man, I had somebody. This is one of my favorite stories. He called me and he's like, "Jacob, somebody stole my car."
Oh no.
I'm like, "I don't know where it is." And I'm like, "Okay, like, have you checked the neighbors?" Like, and he asked around, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I called everybody." And I'm like, "Okay, well, let's call the police first and get them involved, and then we'll start the claim." I got a call from him 5 minutes later, and he's like, "Jacob, I found it. I left it in neutral, and my car just rolled down the hill." It was
I
at the
hate it when
bottom
it's
of the
operator
hill.
error. That's
Exactly. And he's just
terrible.
like, I went for a walk to go to my neighbor to ask him if he saw it. And sure enough, there's my car just stuck in a tree, just trashed it. And I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, hey, it's not stolen. I mean, that's a win.
It's a different kind of claim.
Different type of claim. But hey, we found it. So
I
that
mean-
one gave me, that sucked. But I cracked up on that one. Just like, yep, nobody
Did he
stole
laugh
it, man.
about it at
Oh,
the end of the day?
not at the
Not-
moment.
not at the moment, yeah.
A few days later, I told him about it. I'm like, hey, aren't you glad that wasn't stolen? He's like, yeah. It was a kind of a scam.
It would have made a better story.
It would have made a way better story than leaving it in
The
neutral.
question is like,
Fail.
how drunk was he?
I was like, man, you got to really be. That's hard to walk away from your car and just. I imagine it didn't just roll away right then and there. Like it had to
Or,
have happened
like,
pretty quickly after you walked away.
ADHD or something took over. I mean, squirrels.
Something.
I
Squirrels.
mean, I've done
Matthew.
it before.
Yeah, I
I've-
mean-
I've
I mean, this guy rear-ended me
I did.
one day and put a big old dent in the back of my car. We're sitting at a stoplight and
Stoplight,
belted,
yeah.
and I just boom, and I'm like, what in the world? I'm
Yeah.
shocked.
Brutal.
I look behind me, it's Matt, and he's like, are you okay?
Oh my god.
So my youngest kid is autistic or has special needs, and he had like unbuckled his seatbelt and was like, all of a sudden his face was like right next to mine.
Oh gosh.
And so I like turn around and I like had my foot on the brake and I'm like reaching back trying to get him in his seat and buckle it up. And at some point my foot slipped off the brake and it just boom. I was like, oh.
Brutal. It's
Immediately,
even worse when it's somebody you know too.
immediately
That's like the
threw
biggest
it in
laugh.
park and I was like, damn it.
I was just like, what happened?
And so like you don't know. So her husband and I we sold cars together and like he texted me like a couple hours later. He's like, well, thank God it was at least you smashing into the rear of my wife. And I'm like,
I have to edit that out now, Matthew.
I know.
So gross. Y'all are so gross. Okay, back to this.
Yeah.
Best Central Texas comfort food.
Ooh. I'm a Chewy's fan till I die. I
Chewy's
mean,
is so
creamy
good.
jalapeno. Shout out to
Yeah.
Chewy's. That
Yeah.
creamy jalapeno.
That crack sauce, isn't that what they call it? Crack
It's,
dip?
yeah, it
Yeah.
is the best thing on earth.
It really is good. Any kind of Mexican food, though, I feel like it's
Yeah.
comfort
True.
food.
Yeah.
Are you a coffee or energy drinks guy?
I'm neither. It's
Oh.
pretty bad. I get a lot of hate. My wife wants me to be a coffee drinker so bad.
You just don't
but
like it?
I just don't like the taste. And
Oh.
energy drinks, I just I'm a Diet Coke guy. So
Same.
probably really bad for my health, but you know,
Yeah.
it's
But I drink coffee too.
really.
So you don't really, I mean, so your caffeine to start the day is Diet Coke.
I don't
A
really
crispy Diet
run
Coke.
off. When I wake up in the morning, I just need my eggs and I'm ready to roll.
for
I'm
you.
just,
yeah.
but yeah,
Good for you.
I hope my wife will hope and pray that someday I get into coffee. That's her dream, is to be on the porch with me with a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
You're just not there yet.
sorry, just not
it
there.
might happen later.
May
it
wait,
might.
but you
So
never
are
know.
you a Diet Coke snob?
It's bad, yeah.
Okay, so
it's
you know
bad.
that there's superior Diet Cokes to other Diet Cokes, right? Like, do you know this?
I know.
Maybe this is like
Educate
girl
me.
math kind of thing. I don't know.
Probably
I was
is.
about to say, this is new to me.
This probably is.
I'm scared to know. This may start
No,
an addiction.
this-
I'm kind of
No.
intrigued. Keep
This
going.
know,
is
yeah.
for real. And if
Okay.
I guarantee you there are thousands of women who will hear this and think the same thing.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Wait,
thousands.
before you go into this, Coca-Cola, if you would like
Yeah,
to
I was gonna
sponsor
say.
us,
Please sponsor.
Please
Please.
let us know.
We're drinking it anyway.
Yeah. Or Alani. I'm cool with Alani sponsoring us.
There it is.
I'm not a hot college chick, but I can pretend.
I can pretend to be one.
Speaking of shout outs too, the table.
Oh yeah.
We have to.
This-
We can't go without mentioning the table, Matt.
Yeah.
Matt made this table with
did.
his hands.
did.
Insane.
And it is beautiful. It's probably a lot prettier in
Bullet
person than it is
hole
on camera.
engraved and everything.
And
I
the
mean,
spider that's in it.
There's a
Don't
spider
forget
in it
the-
somewhere.
I mean, it's just got so
Somewhere.
much character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
we love it.
What is it? Texas cedar? Yeah, red cedar.
it's
or something
beautiful.
Like that?
Insane.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. Yes, Superior Diet Coke. Go to McDonald's.
Oh, I know about this.
Okay,
Okay, so I know
yeah.
McDonald's.
It's superior.
McDonald's. I've heard though it's because they chill the
Yeah.
soda before. Yeah. Okay. I know.
I've
I know
heard
about
that they
this.
have their own formula with Diet Coke, and it comes in steel barrels instead of plastic bags.
Really? So I have heard about the steel, but I didn't know it's unique. Interesting.
It's superior.
You know,
It is superior.
maybe we need to like go undercover and figure this out.
I promise you.
Blind taste tests.
I promise you. At some point in my life, I'm going to have a fountain Diet Coke machine in my home.
Oh,
That's my goal.
That would be the dream.
Right?
I would do that.
maybe for Christmas. I'll
There's-
talk to Eric.
There's nothing better than a crispy Diet Coke.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That is true. Yes.
Okay.
That is facts.
Well, see, he's the best insurance guy. I told y'all.
I know. There you go.
If you weren't in insurance, what would you be doing?
See, this is the one question I thought about before I came. I think I would probably be, I love kids, so I would probably be like a teacher of some type.
Nice.
I don't know what I'd be teaching, but if I could be like a baseball coach full time,
Yeah.
that would be the dream. Or even just like a stay-at-home dad and run like a little
That's
daycare with kids.
awesome.
Just, I love kids. I feel like I'm a kid at heart, so being able
That's
to do that
awesome.
full time would be really
That's
fun.
actually a calling, I feel like.
Yeah.
That's just not something you decide to be. I feel like that's put in place before you ever make a decision. So
It
good for
is.
you.
Thanks. We'll
So
see if
instead of
that ever
chasing
comes
kids,
down
you
the road.
chase people that can't make good decisions.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah,
It's
pretty
kind of the
much.
same thing.
It is, exactly. It provides so I can hang out with kids all day.
Yeah.
So there
Very,
you go.
very true. Very true. Well, we're excited for you to open your own franchise. That's exciting. July
thank
1st.
you.
And you
Yeah.
guys, Jacob's the guy, Goosehead Insurance.
Yep, save me in the contact, Jacob, badass insurance agent. You didn't know nothing else. That's the Matt
If
specialty.
you need the contact, Matt's got it. That's how it's going to come to
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
But we will put your information in the show description just so people can reach out and get to know you or ask questions if they have them about their insurance.
Thank you.
Now, can
Appreciate
you
y'all.
do insurance in all 50 United States?
So my team does. So yeah, we do all states. I
Nice.
personally do Texas and North Carolina. I'm actually going to North Carolina today to hopefully meet my team there and see
Cool.
what kind of opportunities there. But yeah, Texas is my bread and butter. I'm local out of Liberty Hill. That's where my office is. So any of y'all visit Liberty Hill area, feel free to stop by. I'd love to
Nice.
meet you. And
And then this way, if he screws up, you can go firebomb him.
There you go.
There you go. You know
Matt's all about the
exactly-
fire
yeah.
bombs. That's why you go local, so you can firebomb them.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
Matt's philosophy.
Exactly.
And these are the two best real estate agents in the game
Aw,
too.
thanks. We
So
appreciate
make sure
that.
to give them a shout too.
Jennifer is. I'm debatable most days.
That's not true.
We'll see.
You need a table though. That's your guy too. Real
Yeah.
estate and tables.
He's a jack of all
Y'all
trades.
got a
I'm
plug.
telling you.
Yeah.
He's
I
got
appreciate y'all having me.
it.
This has
Yeah,
been
we're
awesome.
glad you came,
It's-
Jacob. Thank
It's
you.
been great having you. It's
There's lots of good information
it's a
there.
lot of good information.
I think Matt and I learned some stuff.
A lot of stuff.
There you go. And I'm
A
gonna
lot
go
of
buy a
stuff.
soda machine when I'm home.
Yes.
Get some McDonald's Diet Coke. I'm ready.
Get your wife hooked on that instead of coffee.
Exactly.
think-
There you go. She's watching. That'll be the
Yes.
plug right when I get home.
I think you can get that on Amazon.
I think you can
Oh,
and
too.
then you can
don't
buy
tell
the
me.
Diet Coke at
I'm telling
Sam's
you.
Club for sure.
But I
Oh,
don't want it
man.
in a plastic bag. I want
Steel
it.
case.
I want it in the metal.
Okay. I wonder if there's a YouTube video on why it's superior
I'm
at
sure that there
McDonald's.
is.
If it's a big conspiracy
It is.
theory like that,
It's,
yeah,
it's
gotta be out
absolutely
there somewhere.
superior.
Okay. I'm gonna look into this.
I'm telling you, if you taste one, you'll be like, "Yep."
You're gonna be like opening Christmas presents with Eric and be like, "What's this big box?" And Eric's gonna be like, "A surprise."
He already bought me the nugget ice maker.
Oh,
nuggets
So I
are the
have that. If I
best.
had the
Yeah.
fountain,
That's my baby. I have one at home too. I love
oh
that
my
thing.
gosh,
It's the best.
it is the best. See, Jacob and I,
so
we
I'm a
understand each
weirdo.
other.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a
That's all it
weirdo
takes.
because if I'm offered ice water, I'll just have plain water with no ice.
Why would you not want ice?
It's a cold thing. I'm told you I'm weird, man. I will
I'm
drink.
sad for you.
I will drink room temperature water or hot water before I would choose ice water.
Really?
Yeah,
You just like the
I'm a weirdo.
punishment.
I do.
That keeps you thriving on your hate.
Yeah. It
That's
feels
how it-
my
that's how it
nicotine,
keeps it
caffeine, and hate.
pumping.
Yeah.
Thanks,
crazy.
Jacob. Thanks
Of
for being
course.
here.
Thank you for coming. We appreciate you.
Yes, I appreciate y'all.
We will see you next time on the next move.
On the
Yes.
Next Mood podcast.